So you said you mostly are doing new work lately. Does that come out of these meetings? Is that why? Because you're talking about what's going on now, and so you need a play that addresses that, and it might not exist. Is that kind of?
We do our devise work. Sort of, there's 2 or 3 projects that we have going on, maybe in the span of 3 or 4 years, in terms of devise work that we generate from the ground up. So the public housing piece that I talked about came out of those discussions, and looking for a play that deals with race on stage inside of our community and the issues inside that class. So that certainly came out of that, as you said. I think for me, it's just hearing the dialogue every week, and then as plays come across we have a literary committee, a large group of people that are reading. To me, it's like the magic is like, wow, that addresses something we just talked about. We just, or that came up 3 times in the last 6 months, and man, that really does it in a way that's accessible. So it's really finding plays as well as devising. The devising is, we don't have resident playwrights at the company, so as artists we sort of create work, from the ground up. So but we'd have quite a few number of playwrights from all over the country that are submitting their plays for consideration, and I think probably read about 400 plays a year, so it's a little crazy. Yeah. Collectively, we all read 400 plays a year.
So it's not that it's the company's mission to do new work, it's just when you're asking that question and it's here and now and a play comes across, it often matches that.
Very much so. And I think that to stay on top of what's important in our society, oftentimes, you have to encourage and support and nurture playwrights that are addressing modern issues, Otherwise, you get in the cycle of doing the same things over and over again. And for a while, I would say, maybe 20 years ago, there felt like a bit of a dearth of, new work. But I feel like now, I don't know, maybe because I'm tapped into it more now, it just seems like there's so much exciting stuff going on. I think, the opportunities to develop that in a safe environment and, for theaters to invest in a playwright over, beyond a reading, I think that's something that's rarer to find. Certainly during the recession, I think taking risks was not running a theater enough. It was a risk enough. Never mind taking risks and doing new work. So I think as the economy is getting better, I'm hoping more and more theaters are taking more of these risks. It's not just about saying, okay, I'm going to produce the play, but again, creating that support system, that the development process that goes from a first draft to a final production.